So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Form Maker add-on to create a dynamic list of options to choose from. Dynamic in the sense that as people choose options, the options will disappear. So let me try and explain that a bit more. So I've got my options listed over here. We did this for an enrichment activity. This is a subset of the choices. So those are the choices that were available. This was the maximum number of people allowed to choose them, but that is one just for demonstration purposes. This column will hold how many people have chosen that activity, and then this column will hold what's left. So currently all the activities are available because nobody's chosen anything. But if I choose that one, if somebody chooses that one, Music Maker disappears off the list. Of course, you don't want to be sat there putting those numbers in, so I'm going to show you how that process gets automated. So to start, we need the options menu from the sidebar. This is the list that I want to I want them to choose from. So I'm going to go. I've highlighted those. I'm going to get the options. I could have just put these bits in myself, but it's easier if you just use the Get Options button, and then in here. So I've started to create my the data for my form. It's just going to be a very simple one. The first question is going to be a short text question asking for the name, and then the two drop-down questions called option 1 and option 2, and the choices will appear here. So to get the choices, I can either paste them as values, which will just put the values in, like that. So it lists what was in that list, or I can put them in as a formula. So it shows exactly the same options, and that's what we'll go through to the form. But as you can see up here, it's quite a long, complicated formula, and it's partly complicated so that if all the choices are used up, it doesn't appear as an error message. It appears just as a blank. The second choice, I'm going to choose this list, which obviously is fairly meaningless, but it's just there for demonstration purposes. So I've got those. I'm going to put those in there. As I said, the key thing to making it dynamic is that knowing how many people have chosen each activity is important, so that you can automate the process. So to do that, I want to make the form responses come into this spreadsheet, and then I want to update the form after working out who's chosen what. So I'm going to make it update on form submit, and I'm going to make it update on the hour as well. Well, every hour. That's set up. So I'm going to go to my forms menu, and I'm going to create the form. And you'll see if you watch down here that partway through it'll create the form responses sheet in there. So if I click that, so it's created my form, it's added the questions, it's created this form response sheet. Obviously there's no data in it yet. If we go and look at the live form, So those are my options. Let's choose yoga. Let's choose choice 3. And let's put a name on it. And I'll have to submit that. So the data's come through to here. So now to make my form dynamic, I need to put a formula in this column here to see how many people have chosen each activity. So it's a COUNTIF formula. Where's my range? I want it to count that. So it picked up that one person's chosen yoga. So now I'm going to run the process again. You'll see I'm going to choose Music Maker, and then you'll see what happens to the form. So if I go back to the live form, and choose Music Maker, one thing I forgot to do. You need to tell it which ones you want to update. So otherwise the form won't get updated. So you'll see that Music Maker's disappeared off that list. I'm just going to go and put another entry in. Music Maker's still on the list because I didn't set it to update. Let's choose that one. Let's go have a look at the this. So here it's changed the Y to a message to tell you when it was updated. And if we go back and look at the form again, so Music Maker's disappeared off that list. It's I've called this dynamic. It responds to forms submitted. So it is possible if two people have got it open at the same time, there's 20 spaces available, 19 have gone, and one person chooses that last place. The second person, because he's already got the form open, will still see that as available option. So you may end up with 21 people choosing an activity that there are 21 spaces for. But the next person to open the form won't see that option. Just close that for a sec. If I go and change this, and let's say, so you can see that there's no spaces remaining. Oops, sheet. So there's nothing for option 1 if I force that to update again. So the manual update process from here, you have to have something other than updated in there. But if it's updating on the form submitter or on the hour trigger, it will update it either if it says updated in there already or if it says anything else. So then if we go and look at the form, so the choices for option 1 are blank. That's the end of the video.